I just had an idea. If there's one particular night where it's not too vital that we do anything, I may just go back into Tartarus quickly. I'll try not to fight too much because I don't want to get too over-leveled, but I might go in quickly just to see if I can get that katana and complete that request. So just a quick run through, just grabbing chests, avoiding battles. It's not going to be tomorrow though, because, yeah, tomorrow we have something to do. Today though, we don't really have anything to do, but we are going to go and do some weapon fusion. Actually, I also want to check if we can make anything new that's going to be useful with, not much. We can get beads. Can get a lot of purifying rock. I'm getting a lot of those aquamarines. Okay, 3 homunculi. I would like more of them. It's always good to have more of those. 4 magic mirrors is nice. Can get exactly 1 more attack mirror. These gems are always useful to have. Huh. Wow, I can really get a lot of Fierce Sutras. I already have 4, but no harm in getting another one. Agility Sutra, Protection Sutra. I don't have that much turquoise. You know what? I'm going to grab a few more of these. And we could get 2 Megado gems, but I already have 3 of those. These may actually come in handy in the next boss fight. Anything multi-targeting and powerful is going to be useful, let's just say. And I generally don't get into situations bad enough that I really need this. And if I do get into one that's bad enough, I usually just take the game over and reset anyway. And wow, I have a lot of Onyx. And we don't need the Goggle-Eyed Idol anymore. Now, gloves or the bow? I would like that Auto Tarakaja weapon as well. But to save on stuff, I could actually kind of overwrite my current Auto Tarakaja weapon. It's Jikoku-ten who has that, right? Yeah. Because I won't be needing this anymore if I fuse another one. I'm wondering what's more vital to me, whether I have Akihiko dodging ice or... Yukari is a healer, so it's much more dangerous if she gets hit by weaknesses. So I think I'm actually going to do this one first. Source Longbow, Evade Elect Medium, definitely going to be useful. Oh, okay, you can't use the one you're currently equipping. Right. Because apparently the game wouldn't know how to handle it if the persona that you had equipped currently disappears. So, I need to equip something else. I'm definitely not fusing Pale Rider, so I'm going to equip that. I should mention that, that I started playing the first Digital Devil Saga recently, and holy crap, it is so hard to get used to the menu being on square and the map being on triangle, so if I ever, like, take a while to open the menu in this game, that's why. I was going for the bow, wasn't I? Yes. I do want to get King Frost back, but... Source Longbow, Evade Elect Medium, that is going to be good, and it's going to be ready in 1 day. I think you're only allowed to have 1 weapon fusion running at a time. Pretty sure. Now, we could do some, like, stat boosts at the arcade, but... I actually think that I want to save my money, because I'm going to go back in here and get King Frost. Strictly speaking, do I really need King Frost? What did King Frost even have anyway? I'm going to go ahead and check what skills King Frost had. Because I'm not going to need King Frost resistances for the upcoming boss fight. Although it will be useful for the next Tartarus boss after the full moon. Planning a little ahead here, but... So, let me just check King Frost for a second. What did you have? Mabufu, Bufala, Dodge Fire... Raku is decent. Auto Tarakaja is also decent. And, Ice Break. You know what? I'm gonna get you back. Because I do remember that I'm going to rely on debuffs for the next boss fight, so going to want to have that still on me. And we're going to do something that we don't usually do in the nighttime, and that is just go straight back to the dorm, because I don't want to spend money on the arcade. Like, the stat boosts from the arcade are good, but personally, I actually prefer to use them much later in the game. The personas that we have now are not going to be very permanent. I'd prefer to focus on personas that we get later on that I know I'm going to be keeping for most of the game. That's also why, even though I have a lot of these, so if I check my items here, I have a lot of those stat boosting cards that I've got from Elizabeth Requests and other things like that, if I can find them. Yeah, here you go, like Sword of Queen, Coin of Knight, Coin of Queen, these things. I prefer to save those for personas that are going to be more of a permanent fixture in my lineup, rather than ones that I know I'm going to be fusing away later on. So, yeah, I don't know if we've used this option before, but you can just go back to the room. If you do this, though, you skip straight to the late night and you lose your chance to do anything. Don't do this unless you're absolutely sure that there's nothing that you want to do. Earlier in the game, we could never afford to do this because we had to be working on courage every night. But now, the thing we do to work on our social stat at night is not the usual nighttime slot, and of course we get tired. I remember back at the start of the game, we were wanting to get tired. I was actually getting annoyed that I was getting unlucky and not getting tired, because that's a good way to boost courage, but now it's like, oh, okay. No real fit state to be training in, but, we have to do it anyway. So here's the annoying thing about the sports club training. There's basically nothing you can do to influence it. It's all completely scripted. It takes up your whole day. And I always wish that it just immediately... I know this would be bad because you wouldn't be able to go to Tartarus, but I wish that it just fast-forwarded right to the competition.
Welcome back.
That's what I thought it did, but it doesn't, apparently. The last 6 shadows. No, maybe not. What's on TV? Oh, nothing. Okay. Okay, then. Yukari's there. Is Ken still? Ken is still fanboying. And you're probably still saying the same. Yes, you are. So, yeah. Really nothing much we can do here. But unlike most nights, there actually is something that we can do once we go down to the mall. And that is the basically free social link that you never need a matching persona for, so let's go ahead and do that. We could get through this even faster if our Saturdays weren't taken up, but I really want to max academics. I need to at least get to 4 before the next month. I'm sure that we will be able to, though. So, what excellent life advice does he have for us today? Given you, I'm a bit apprehensive to find out what your definition of funny story is. Maybe? Gary Stu could probably make a ridiculous amount of money on it. Yeah, well, I get the feeling that he's contributing to those outrageous fees, but, anyway. Okay. Feedback loop. Stories like that, not really sure that they're the kind of things that we'll want to be getting into. But anyway. This would be... I actually forget what rank we're at for this. 3? Okay, I thought we were at 4. Yeah, we were at... Oh, and I forgot to pick up the... I'll do that tomorrow. That's probably one of my favorite threats that he makes. Although, let's just say that we're usually out at midnight, so... And he might just turn into a coffin before he gets the chance to, but he wouldn't realize it. Could have delivered this to us himself, actually. I want to hold on to those brand purses, brand bags, other things like that. Yeah, let's sleep earlier. There's no real reason to study. We won't get anything out of it. Like I said, I want to hold on to those items for dates later on in the game. Though I don't think they're the favorite present for... Wow, I wish that worked for me the last week that I was sick. Ugh. I'm feeling okay enough to record now, but, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And almost no signs of getting better, except, yeah. Meanwhile, more boring club training. The club events do get a little more interesting later on, but for now it's still pretty boring.
Hi, how was your day?
Boring club stuff. Okay, so this is not a Tartarus night. I had a feeling there was at least one no Tartarus night. Yeah, he does seem to act a little bit differently. Although, I mean, he has said he's not used to kids fanboying him. Oh, and that's the same thing you said before. Anything on TV? It's probably about apathy syndrome. Oh, yeah, I predicted it. Actually, it kind of affects everyone, but it makes them look like they have psychological problems. But researchers probably, well, they've probably figured out by now that people tend to recover every full moon. They just don't realize the way behind that. Anyway, Wednesday... Tonight might be a good time to go and pick up that weapon. I keep forgetting. And I know that I'm gonna need to not do that towards the end of the game because, So I'll just give you a sneak preview now. There is one character's ultimate weapon, so every character's ultimate weapon can only be obtained via the antique store. Now, one character's ultimate weapon in particular, and I think today is an academics day at the arcade as well, so... Anyway, one character's ultimate weapon in particular requires a persona that is an ultimate persona that we don't actually get access to until about 3 days before the end of the game, and... we have to get that, fuse it at the antique store into a weapon, and then remember to pick up that weapon before the end of the game, because we have like a 2-day window to make that weapon before the game ends. Anyway, now, like I said, I don't think we'll be needing a magician persona for a little while. We will definitely be needing it eventually, but, actually, let me just check. Wow, you've got a lot of skills. You also have Rakunda. Although a few of your skills are kind of semi-useless. Oh, are you the only thing that I have that has Medea? Let me just check. No, you don't. I know you don't. Orthrus probably does. I think it's the only thing I have that has healing, actually. Well, I've got a lot of things with Taruunda. Maybe I shouldn't have brought back King Frost. You are the only thing I have that has Medea. Which is not really a great thing to be giving up. But I would like that Evade Ice medium on Akihiko. And that's a really good amount of attack power as well. I would also like a better auto Tarokaja weapon, but I might actually go for that after I've done the next full moon, because I tested the full moon without it and it went fine. So with it, it might actually be a bit too strong. I think I can afford this. I do want to buy back Sati, because I would like Medea. How are we looking at as far as money is concerned? Pressing triangle to open the menu feels weird to me. Why is it doing this? I mean, admittedly in Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which is the other game that I'm majorly playing at the moment, the square button, well, where the square button would be opens the menu. But then in Trials of Cold Steel, the other game that I'm playing at the moment, yeah, I've got a lot of RPGs going at this point. In that game, the menu is also on triangle. So yeah, I do want you back. And that has taken almost half my money. In fact, it actually might be a good idea to go back into Tartarus, if only to get more money. Which I'll probably just try and get from chess and not actually from shadows, because, again, I think level-wise we're actually fine for the next fight. It's one that some people have trouble with, but personally I don't really when you use the right strategy. But anyway, please tell me, yes, the quiz game is available. I got that right. It's been a little while since I last recorded, so haven't fully memorized, well, I mean, have to do the schedule mostly off of memory. Of course, now we're able to study again. Now, if my notes that I wrote from the last time that I practiced ran this are correct, we should get an academics boost later this week. Okay, no tiredness, that's fine. Yeah, the timing of academics boost is a little bit random because, oh look, it's the Dark Hour. I wonder who we'll be seeing today. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you know the drill by now. It's also a half moon, but I don't think there's any skill that activates during a half moon.
Sorry to wake you.
Actually, no, it's not Pharos for once. It's this. I was wondering about that because Pharos usually comes 7 days before the full moon and it's actually 8, so...
I detect a shadow. Please hurry to the 4th floor.
Well, that's really bad, actually. Well, I guess good thing I bought back the persona with Medea then? Though you can probably tell, since I didn't make a big deal about this...
What's going on?
You don't need to worry about this. Let's just say.
There's a shadow in the city. Yamagishi found it by chance.
I knew this happened sometime this week, I just forgot the exact day that it happened.
But the moon isn't full yet.
Exactly.
Actually, it seems to be just a normal shadow.
Oh, well, that's nothing.
However, it is outside of Tartarus.
Well, I mean, unless it is one of those that just likes to spam Mamudo and gets really lucky and does a complete party wipe like that.
It's near Naganaki Shrine. Akihiko went ahead since he was in the vicinity. I'm sure he can handle it alone. But let's get ready just in case.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yes, this is Fuka.
I was about to point out how usually handling shadows alone is a bad idea no matter how strong you are, but...
I'm here. Sorry, but I think you guys better come right away.
Whenever someone says that, that's bad news.
What's wrong? Is it a powerful one?
No, the shadow's been defeated.
Wait, what? Then that's good news?
In fact, it was already defeated when I got here.
What happened?
The little fella's been injured. I want to save him if we can.
Little fella? Who's he talking about?
Sounds like this, but I wonder what the exact Japanese term used there was.
Beats me.
At any rate, let's go.
But let's see if you can figure out who this is.
you okay, Koro-chan?
You know this dog?
Yeah, we met it a while back.
Yeah, everyone around here does. We have to help him.
First, we must stop the bleeding.
Is anyone here particularly adept at using first aid on animals? In fact, now that I think about it, can someone just use like a deer skill or something?
Man, he's one tough fighter.
Of course, it's the law of RPGs that healing skills never work outside of combat.
He defeated that shadow all by himself.
Wow, really?
Wait, does that mean that this dog's a Persona user?
He says, "This is a place of peace, so I protected it."
Okay, well, that's new.
Those flowers. They must be for the priest who died in the accident. So, he really was guarding this place.
I guess. Don't tell me you can translate dog language, too.
It'd be pretty convenient if she could. That's a pretty advanced feature. I don't think anyone in the real world has made any kind of progress on that kind of thing.
Canines do not have their own language. However, speech is not the only means of communication.
This fella really is a rare breed.
Confirmed.
He's not the only one.
Yeah.
All right, let's report to the chairman so we can conclude this mission.
As much of a mission as it was, but...
As for a vet, it may be midnight, but I believe I can arrange for one.
we need to find one who, by some miracle, wasn't transmogged. Mitsuru probably knows one.
Good job, boy. You're one amazing dog.
Yeah. That little tail wag is nice. It's always sad seeing animals injured like that, though. But we got to him, so he'll pull through. Main thing we learn out of that, though, is that apparently Koromaru is a Persona user, which was pretty heavily hinted at earlier when Fuka sensed something special around him when we saw. And, you know, the game wouldn't have made that big a deal out of introducing him if he wasn't going to be important. However, that's not going to pay off for a little while. I mean, I don't really think the game would hand us a new party member this close to a boss fight. So for now, we're going to have to make do with just Igus, who is definitely good enough on her own. 3 days of the tournament, but that's not what we're really concerned with. It's more the 7 days that we're concerned with.
Hi, how was your day?
Is the dog okay? Well, we've even got a dog on our side now. Everyone's fighting against this threat. I dread to think what kind of images Gary Stu sends out. Anyway, we can actually technically go to Tartarus today. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, the art book actually says that there were a few different breeds of dogs suggested for Koromaru at one point. They eventually went with Shiba Inu, which I believe he is. I think Missile in the Ace Attorney series is also that, but I'm not sure. Maybe a cat, and also maybe a, Well, I can't... For fear of spoiling a game that I may cover someday, I don't want to say what Teddy is, but let's just say that what Teddy is probably the most improbable thing of all to be using a Persona. Huh. Akihiko looks sad at the end there. You know, if we were doing a mood matrix, he'd be registering great sadness at something there, and yeah. On saying protected what he was supposed to protect. Anyway. Okay, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this. I have no experience with Cantonese at all, and it would probably sound horrible. But anyway, now that we've had a bit of a plot scene, let's continue with just more boring training, but at least they had that plot scene to break it up. That was good. That was good, at least. I also need to probably pick up that Sati weapon. Okay, so I just had to look at the guide a little bit because tonight we're going to go ahead and do Tower. So I wanted to make sure that I had the right responses for that ready. Tower and Devil are down in a different section of the guide because you can do those at really any time. Though, for Devil, you really don't need the right responses at all. None of them really matter. But first, let's go ahead and check out here. I think the weapon's ready now? You know, that's what I could do in my next Tartarus visit. I could arm Yukari and Akihiko with these. That may be a good thing. Unfortunately, I can't make any Nile guns, so nothing for Aegis just yet. So, tonight... I think we may actually be at the... No, is Eligor 31 or 32? I forget. It's somewhere around our vicinity that we could be getting the lowest level tower persona, but again, matching persona is optional for this. Now, is this going to be spend time, or is this going to be an actual rank up? I'm not sure. Nope, it's a spend time. But we only have one more to go before we get a rank up. I wonder if I should do this now, or if I should Tartarus tomorrow and then do his on... No, wait, we're busy Sunday. I have to do his on... And we're busy Saturday, so... Oh, hey, Academics has gone up to Smart! Okay, then. Since we actually just got an Academics boost... Can I afford to skip Saturday? Maybe, now that I think about it. Though if I am skipping Saturday, I'd actually rather rank up the Devil Link again instead of going to Tartarus.
Good evening.
Of course. Like I predicted. 7 days before full moon, you again.
It's becoming quite lively around you.
So, did you know that last night we had a Dark Hour plot event that wasn't you? That was amazing.
So, how are you getting along with the others?
Well, he's slowly worming his way into everyone's hearts. Slowly but surely.
I'm glad to hear that. It is 1 week until the next full moon.
Yeah, we already know that.
Are you prepared? To be honest, I'm not too worried about you.
I'm not too worried at the moment, too. I think the next boss is going to be fine.
However, you should still remain cautious. I'll come to see you again.
Of course you will. Do we get a bonus there because we had Pale Rider? That's just a joke. It doesn't actually happen. Matching Persona, absolutely nothing to do with the Death Arcana. It's all purely scripted. Same as Fool. But you know what today is? It's more training! Of course it is! It's like real-life grinding. If only this increased our strength. Okay, well... Gyarasu actually got a clean hit this time. Like I said, there's actually two useful things that you get out of this training. One is the most obvious, but there's actually another one that a lot of players may miss that I want to make sure to show.
Oh, hey!
Oh, I see Pun Man is back. Yeah... I mean, it's not like they're contagious or anything. You really shouldn't be scared of them. You just need to make sure that they don't get into trouble. Well, Gary Stu finished it for him. Excuse me for a moment while I die. Yeah. Okay then. Let's ignore that for the moment. Okay, that's good. That was very good. And you're saying the same thing. Okay. Well, I already know that, and yeah, sharing your weakness with Yukari is something that's really annoying. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, you do have... Yeah, it's kind of funny that, because they have similarities in the fact that both of them are implied canon love interests. Anyway, Gary Stu certainly does do adult activities. Well, kind of, I guess. Everyone's like, what, like around 15 to 16, and he's like 11, so... Still, though. And, yeah, you're still a bit depressed about that. Anything on the news? Yes, the way to not be depressed is to turn on the news, said no one ever. That is really bad. We should form some kind of a group to get those people to shelter. Anyway, now I get the feeling that, yep, there's someone there. I think they look different to whoever was there last time, too. Wait a minute. Do I go out, or do I try and just do a little bit of Tartarus stuff? I mean, if there's any day that I can afford to skip, it's actually now. Although... today's my last chance this week to get a Tau rank up. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Because tomorrow it will be either Devil or doing the arcade. And then Sunday is going to be Hermit Spend time. So, no nighttime. Oh, lots of people now. So, yeah. And then after that, we won't have another chance until Thursday, which is getting pretty close to the full moon. In fact... and I could count this myself, but I'm lazy, so I'm going to go check the calendar. Because I have a feeling that, Yep, Thursday is the full moon! I thought so! So we wouldn't be able to see him again for exactly an entire week! So, yeah, let's get this rank up now. Kind of funny how this one's actually going faster for me than Devil, but I guess I have more opportunities to see him every week than I do Devil. Okay. When a place like this is your home away from home, you know you've got problems. Well... we kind of have our own personal get-rich-quick source that no one else can use, so I say we have enough. Yeah, we have ways, definitely. Not exactly illegal, but, other people are using it to do illegal stuff, but not us. Ha! Straight yes or no social link response. I actually forgot what the right one is here. Oh, it's yes. Of course, Gary still has many things that he wants right now. In some ways, that does make sense. It is a bit of a paradox. Unless you find a job that you actually enjoy. Okay, I'm gonna just do a quick currency conversion. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, zeros. Quick currency conversion. That is like, it's like 2 million and a bit dollars, and if I convert that to, if they even, to Australian dollars, it's around 3 million. Guess so. I guess that's pretty good advice, although at the moment, we do have a pretty good easy source of money. And with that, Tau ranks up once again. I think this one does get pretty slow later on. At the moment, when we only have one spend time between each level up, we can get it through quite quickly. I remember later on in this link, without a matching persona, you do need a lot of spend time between the higher ranks. But we're already at rank 5. That's definitely good progress. Huh. Wonder if we'll one day find out exactly what he lost. Although it admittedly is... it's kind of hinted at. Anyway, we're going to study, even though we've already got an academics boost. Rank 4 is a milestone that you do need to start a social link that is started not really soon, but kind of soon. Oh, and of course tired. I suppose I might be able to fit in a quick Tartarus before the full moon. And hey, it's a new month now. Yeah, that month went by really quickly. Yep, today is the last day of training. Soon it'll be the actual competition. Tournament's tomorrow, huh? Well, let's see how well we do. Of course, Gary Stu being perfect in every way
Where have you been?
is obviously going to do pretty well. Yeah, I've heard some pretty scary things about him. Oh, okay, our opponent's in a sports magazine. That's terrifying. I guess so, even though we get absolutely no gameplay benefit out of this. Well, except for 2. Like I said. Yes we are. Yeah, he should be fine. He's just recovering. And, everyone else is pretty much saying the same kind of thing. Ken, what are you doing? Oh, aren't you a little bit young to be drinking that? I wonder how this tastes. Maybe it's the secret ingredients to Gary Stu's ultimate charm. Why are you all the way over here? Yeah. Yeah, one of them attacked Akihiko, I believe. That's kind of interesting. They usually only accompany the full moon shadows, though. Now, I actually do think that in the... I'm pretty sure it's not the movies, but in, I think, the stage play, because there actually is a stage play of this game, believe it or not. In that, the shadow that you find at the shrine is actually the Hierophant Arcana boss. It actually escapes from the Love Hotel and makes its way to the shrine. And it's actually not used to introduce Koromaru, I believe, but it's used to introduce another new party member instead, so kind of interesting, that. Anyway, and I still can't really understand Fahrenheit, but that's probably high. Yeah. We've got to organize groups to find those people. For now, though, the tournament's tomorrow. I think we may as well save, and tonight we could either do Devil or we could go to Tartarus. I think we're going to do... Let me just check. So, at the moment our academics is rank 4, right? Yes, it is rank 4. As much as I want to keep trying to max it, I think we... we only get 2 opportunities a week to use the... You know what? I really don't want to screw up towards the end. Maybe we can put Devil off a little longer and just do more academics boosting. Yeah, I mean... Okay, yeah, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. So, yeah, see you for going to the arcade. Okay, so let's go out and do what we promised to do. No major preparations required for tomorrow's tournament. Again, it is 100% scripted, but it does lead to something very good. Anyway, even though we're at rank 4 academics, I just really want to try and get... Because the sooner we get academics completely done, the sooner that we can dedicate all our time to Tower and Devil. Of course, once we get those done, and academics done, then we have pretty much nothing to do on, any evenings, so that's kind of a problem, but we won't have that problem for a little while. You do have a lot of leeway when it comes to maxing out academics, and by the way, because even though it's a Sunday tomorrow, we actually don't need Hermit. Because tomorrow is going to be our tournament, and thus Garrison will be sleeping early. Hopefully, we'll be getting over his tiredness. But yeah, whether you're tired, great, sick, does not matter tomorrow. Because it is completely 100% scripted. But, hey, at least Gary Sue's no longer tired. Let's see how he does. Yep, it's tournament time. This also has absolutely no bearing on Kaz's social link either. So, you can take it that this is not the tournament that he was destroying his own knee for. And I believe in the background that's like... It's not Hisatsu, but I know that one of them is he. Might be like Certain Win or something. And Gary Sue's like, must resist urge to cheat and use Ormitsunu. Yeah, I wonder how different this entire scene is if you do swimming or track, because I've only ever chosen Kendo. So here, this is interesting, because I did not know this on my first playthrough. There's something special that you get if you choose Root for Miyuko. Of course, this is in character for Gary Stu as well, because of course he's most concerned about his wife who is rooting for him. If you choose this option, you get this item, Special Drink. This is a full HP and SP heal item for one party member, and this is the only way in the whole game that you have access to this item, so definitely get it. Choose that option and get it. There's really nothing to lose, and it's a pretty good thing to save for emergencies. I was about to say advice, how about don't do it if your knee is busted? Just saying. That's pretty good advice. Yeah, well, that advice makes more sense if, again, your knee isn't busted. He is completely destroying the competition. And yeah, nothing you can do affects this. It's all completely scripted. I feel bad for that other guy, though. Gary Sue completely slaughtered him. I guess so. Yeah, sadly, no matter what you do, yeah, Mamoru wins, and I'm busy trying to read the kanji up there. I know the second one is like country or like state, and the third is high. I think the first is like all? Yeah, so this would be like regional. Yeah. Anyway, I better not get too preoccupied with that. I can always look that over in the footage and try and translate that later. Yeah, well, it would have been good if we'd actually seen him competing. Huh. Unique portrait. Like I said, I do feel like he makes more sense in athletics, especially with that outfit. Well, he's been practicing. Not that Gary Stu needs practice. In fact, I'm pretty sure Gary Stu lost this guy on purpose, because he sensed something very, very, very powerful will come from meeting with him. So yeah, maybe let's hang out sometime. Okay. Mamoru, meaning to protect. It's a name that's used in a lot of Japanese media. Well, let's hope you get knee surgery before that happens. Because otherwise we're going to have to stop you for your own good. I'm pretty sure that is certain Victory now that I think about it. That second character definitely looks like Victory. Because Hisatsu is certain kill, which is... It's one of those words that if you translate it literally just sounds horrifying, but it actually just means special move in general.
Welcome back.
Okay, funny story there. I remember the first time I saw a Street Fighter arcade cabinet, it listed all the characters' special moves, and it said Sure Killing Technique, which is literally what Hisatsu Waza or special move translates as. But I saw that and I was like, hey, that's false advertising! These moves don't KO your opponent in one hit! But yeah, just an overly literal translation at work there. Well, too bad we didn't win. Yep, probably better to be beating up shadows than real people. Ha ha. Junpei has his own things that he's good at. Only 4 days. In fact, in only 4 days he'll be able to show them. So, yeah, that is, in fact, we could actually Tartarus tonight if we wanted to. Let's see what's on TV. Aha! Thankfully, we were back home in time to catch this on the next episode of Phoenix Ranger for the Men Are. Episode 24, The Giant Robot March, Icarus, Garuda, Combine! Wait, now they've got combining mechas in this? Oh, also apathy syndrome. Suddenly combining mechas happened. And you're saying the same thing. So, I have to think about what to do tonight. On Sundays, there's nothing really... Oh, we could see... Oh, I forgot that we can actually still see Tower tonight, because I usually spend Sundays seeing Hermit. We are going to be seeing Hermit tomorrow, but we could see Tower. We've already got that up to rank 5, though. You know what? Here's what I think we're going to do. I'm going to just go quickly. Are you saying anything new if I talk to you? Okay. I don't think we're going to be dealing with weird shipping shenanigans this time, though, so don't really need to worry about that. If you know the order of the Arcanas, you will have a pretty good idea of what we're going to be going up against this time, but what that implies, not sure, although it's kind of appropriate that we're going up against it after the sports club training. Anyway, I think I'm actually going to head out to Tartarus briefly, and just to go on a chest hunt. Nothing particularly, that sounded really wrong. Gary Stu, stop psychically submitting dirty thoughts into my mind. But yeah, gonna go and just try and get some money, see if a gold chest shows up, If nothing interesting happens, I won't show it, but if something interesting happens, I will show it. So,